let's get into our first discussion post, man. So I am a Cowboys fan. Ironically, on a Miami Dolphins podcast, if this is your first time watching, I'm the Cowboys fan. We just do a Dolphins podcast because we live in South Florida. Roz the Dolphins fan. So it's kind of a interesting dynamic because there are points in time where the Cowboys do something and force me to actually have a conversation about people that I hate because I hate the Cowboys. And they did something that I have a weird relationship to in regards to the choice that they made to draft Caleb Downs. Because to be honest, I didn't love Caleb Downs coming into the draft, but I didn't think we were going to draft him. I thought he was going to be long gone, or there were so many people that needed him that it never crossed my mind that the Dallas Cowboys were going to get Caleb Downs. But now that Caleb Downs is at Dallas Cowboys, I am so much more excited about who he can be with the Dallas Cowboys. He could truly become a superstar with the Dallas Cowboys. Because he is somebody that has, if you are a true Cowboys fan for a long time, there is a lore about that position of safety, right? Like, I love the position of safety because of the Cowboys, the Roy Williams and all of that stuff, right? And it's crazy to see so many Cowboys fans, because we have such a relationship with that position, get somebody that's actually good at that position. But the issue I am having, and it's not with Caleb Downs, it's the discourse around Caleb Downs. For whatever reason, people just can't be honest about who he actually is, what his player comps are. Rodney, if I hear that Caleb Downs is a cross between Ed Reed and Kyle Hamilton one more time, I'm smacking somebody, dog. Like, you people just can't be honest. He's not Caleb. He's not Ed Reed. He's not Kyle Hamilton. He's not Darren James. He's none of these people. Bro. And I'm not saying that as a slight. He's not Kyle Hamilton or Darren James because he ain't 6'3", he ain't 6'4". And he's definitely not Kyle Hamilton because he doesn't have pterodactyl arms like Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton is special. Kyle Hamilton is a freak of nature for that position. We do not have to compare every really good prospect at the safety position to Kyle Hamilton. He's a one of one. He's legitimately special. And don't you ever compare anybody to Ed Reed. That's legitimately blasphemous. Like, that should be a rule. Nobody gets compared to Ed Reed. How about we make that a rule? Can I go to Congress with that? Can I get a bill passed for that? No, if you're a safety, you do not get.
I'll vote for it. I got you.
The problem is that people don't, because the draft, you have to sell. We talked about this plenty of time. You have to sell the draft. And when you have to sell the draft, you have to get out of control with these player comps. Because nobody actually wants to hear that Kyle Hamilton is a lot like Brian Branch. Nobody wants to hear that, Brian Branch. Niggas be like, huh? That's it. Like, that's a great comparison. That's who he plays like. Nobody wants to hear Caleb Downs is actually like Antoine Winfield, senior, not junior. That's a great comparison. That's who he actually plays like. Y'all have to invoke Ed Reed. You have to invoke Derwin James. You have to invoke Ronnie Lott. Why? You're only setting him up to fail because he cannot live up to those expectations. Both in stature, legacy, and in actual play style. And that's my other point.
That boy Cap. What up, boy?
Cap in the building. What up, my boy? You already know.
Cap in the building.
The reason why I'm bringing this up, and ironically, the person that Caleb Downs actually reminds me the most of, and it's not because he plays for the Cowboys. It's just ironic. But he's not Ed Reed. He's not Kyle Hamilton. Caleb Downs is Darren Woodson. He is Darren Woodson.
Nice comp.
Me watching Caleb Downs for the past couple of days, I'm like, that's Darren Woodson. Why y'all just couldn't say that? Seriously, why y'all just couldn't say, hey, this guy's Darren Woodson. Darren Woodson is a 3-time All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler. Y'all had to go up these levels. But the reason why I say he's Darren Woodson is because the same thing that makes Caleb Downs great, like his greatest attribute, is the same thing that made Darren Woodson great, which is why in Cowboys lore, Darren Woodson is so high up there. To us, he's right up there with Michael Irvin. He's right up there with Troy Aikman. He's right up there with everybody. We love Darren Woodson in Cowboys lore because Darren Woodson was an adult in the room. Darren Woodson was the ultimate pro. Darren Woodson wouldn't let other people slack off. Darren Woodson was so good and so determined and so ready to be on a football field that you had to step up your game to even be on the field with him. There's a reason why the minute he retired, our defense fell off the map. We have never had that defense that we had since Darren Woodson was back there. Caleb Downs is the same person. Caleb Downs started for Alabama as a freshman. He started for Nick Saban as a freshman. Nobody does that, especially as a DB.
Right.
Nick Saban is a DB nut. And he started as a freshman. They said his first visit, he was watching film on his first visit to Alabama, dog.
That boy gonna be great, man.
He's gonna be great because he's going to force other people to be on his level. You cannot let a 21-year-old rookie be in the film room studying more than all of y'all. Y'all are gonna be like, damn, bro, he making us look bad, bro. I guess we got to study too. That is the value that Caleb Downs brings. That is the stuff that we should really be highlighting and talking about. On top of the great instincts, the great ability to just take away stuff and clean up a lot of messes that happens in the back end, that's very Darren Woodson-esque too. But that is why I'm excited. The minute I actually watch film, I'm like, oh, our secondary is going to be good again. It's been so long. It's been so long. He's just a grown-up. That's it. He's just a grown. We haven't had a grown-up at that position since Darren Woodson has left. And we have been trying to replace Darren Woodson since Darren Woodson retired. And we have the new Darren Woodson. Again, I'm not saying that because he's playing for the Cowboys. I'm saying that because that is a very applicable comparison to make. Saying he's Ed Reed when he's not Ed Reed is not a slight at Caleb Downs. It's just y'all are lying. Ed Reed had 8 and 9 interceptions his junior and senior year at UM. Ed Reed had 3 more interceptions his senior year than Caleb Downs had his entire career. Caleb Downs only has 6 career interceptions. He's not this ball hawking, playmaking safety that y'all are trying to make him out to be. And when he doesn't do that at the next level, they're going to be like, damn, bro, I thought he was. No, it's just because these people lied to you to sell you on the biggest name possible. I'm here to be honest. I'm here to really see what a player is and cut through the noise and give you accurate analysis. So you are not mad at him for being somebody that he never was to begin with. So, it just bothers me, dog. Like, cause when I was watching the film, I'm like, how y'all calling him Ed Reed? He only got 2 picks.
Crazy. Oh, Cap said it perfectly. Only one Ed Reed.
There's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one.
Reed.
There's only one. And you're talking about the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest DB of all time. Like they only make one of those dudes, bro. Ed Reed has 63 interceptions, dog. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? But yeah, like I said, I really like the pick. No, he's not Ed Reed. Yes, he's Darren Woodson. Yes, I'm super excited, and I can't wait to watch him play.